All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Polk County Board of Commissioners meeting for Tuesday, July 29th. All commissioners are present. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, first item up is for comments for items not on the agenda. Public comment portion. That's not, yeah, no, you'll have your own slot here in a minute.
Thank you.
All right, hearing none, we'll move on to approval of the agenda.
Also move. Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, passed unanimously. Approval of minutes of July 22nd.
I move approval. A second.
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, passed unanimously. The wall that heals.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Thank you once again for allowing us to speak about the wall that heals. When I last talked to you folks back in June, you had offered to assist us in any way you could for the site fee for bringing the wall that heals to Independence. That site fee was $12,000. And thank you very much for funding all of that for bringing the wall that heals. We weren't expecting that, but it was a very pleasant surprise. Just to let you know that when we received word that we had been approved, we were one of 140 cities, one of 30 that were approved. So that's kind of a big deal. And by the time we received the official notification that we had been accepted for this year, we had like a 3-week timeline to produce that $12,000 site fee. So that really helped us tremendously. Updates, our committee's been working very diligently and dedicated to bringing the wall that heals. We currently have received some sponsorship from the Willamette Health Council, Salem Health, and the MICF Fund, Monmouth Independence Fund. They've all been very generous in helping us out. We've received several individual donations. And total to this point with the sponsorships and the donations, we received a little over $8,000. We've been expending that on banners, promotional items, volunteer items that we'll be giving our volunteers. We currently have 47.3% of the slots filled for maintaining the wall from September the 17th through the 21st. We've had some sign-up fairs going down at the museum in Independence. Had good results in that. We'll also be represented at the fair here in Polk County with a booth to help get more volunteers. They require 193 folks. It takes a lot of people to man this 24 hours a day for the time that it will be here. So we're still working on that. Our committee on education and tours, we have 2 retired educators that are working on that in conjunction with Mr. DeMoe, Polk County Outreach. Our escort captain, he's been working with the police in Salem, the police in Dallas, as well as the Independence Police and Monmouth Police to make sure that we have, escort for the entire route. We'll be coming in on the 16th of September. There will be on the 17th, it will begin to be set up. We currently do not have a setup crew. It requires 30 to 40 able-bodied folks to do that. We're still working on obtaining those individuals. We do have a takedown crew. The Western Oregon University baseball team has offered to, their entire team is going to participate in that, including their coach. So they'll be disassembling the wall on the 21st. We have a bugler for taps on our ceremonies. There will be an Agent Orange ceremony on the 19th. And we do have candles for that visual. Basically, that will individuals will be giving candles to approach the wall. We have a bagpipe player that has done several military events that has offered to come and play the pipes for that particular ceremony. Our ceremonies are not going to be too extensive. We have our welcome home opening ceremony on the 18th, and that'll be at 6 p.m. in the evening. And then the Agent Orange awareness on the 19th, and then the closing will be on the 21st. Again, brief ceremonies, apolitical. The VVMF, Vietnam Veterans Memorial Fund, really stress the importance of not making this a politicized type of event. So we're going to limit our speakers on our opening welcome home ceremony. We have banners have been displayed. There's currently one at the Brew and Tap in Independence, right above their outside seating area. They were nice enough to do that for us. And also the city of Monmouth has allowed us, and we do have currently a 3x8 banner, displayed right in front of the Monmouth Independence Courthouse, and they've agreed to leave that there. Croft Winery displayed one of our banners for the Ironman event over the weekend. So we're getting quite a bit of exposure and letting people know. One of the things I'd really like to stress as far as our needs go are volunteers. We need more folks to man the wall that heals when it comes. That's a lot of words and a lot of information, and I'm sure there's something I might have forgotten. John is the co-chair along with me in this project, and John hopefully will have something additional he might like to add to that too. And any questions later, be glad to try to answer those for you.
It's really been a pleasure to be working. We have 21 people on our organizing committee that touch all through the community, and we've moved really well. It's a really well-oiled machine, and I'm really proud of that. Just wanted to call a couple of things out for you. When we put a request in to host the Wall That Heals, we specifically wanted to do it in September. And the reason is that schools are in session, because we think it's really important to draw attention. You know, I found it very interesting. All the veterans of Vietnam are all older than I am. And there are folks that are teachers now, many people don't realize what the Vietnam War was, what it was about. And there even have been people who've gone, you mean they could make you go in the Army? You know, people haven't had to live the draft, and many of you have, but many folks haven't. So we purposely wanted to do this in September so that we can invite school groups, civic groups to come and take a tour and learn about an important part of our history. And we're really excited about that. We've had wonderful support. Brent has been wonderful to work with. He's been part of our committee, as has Eric. And I just want to publicly thank both of them for their work and let you know they've been doing good work for us and for the community. The only things that I really have to make an ask of from you folks is to continue to please promote the event. We want folks to attend. Having it in conjunction with the Hoppin' Heritage Festival, which will be in downtown, but we're 3/4 of a mile up the road in the sports field, so that it's similar, but they don't step on each other. And we think that there'll be some opportunities for families to come and do the fun things in downtown Independence, but also join Grandpa and go up and visit the wall and understand what that was about. And that's important. So if you folks will continue to put the word out, we hope that you will all personally come. Whether it's day or night, come. It's an important thing, I think, to see on a personal level. And as Billy mentioned earlier, we continue to work on volunteers, and we've got good folks, and we're on time, on target, but it's, 50 some days to go. I didn't look it up last night exactly how many days, but that's what it is. Can we answer any questions?
I'd like to add
Please
one more thing. on our committee, we have, in addition to myself as a combat Vietnam veteran, we have 3 additional combat Vietnam veterans. We have 2 or 3 at least Vietnam era veterans. And that's been very important as far as having representation from Vietnam veterans. I'd also like to share, if I could just briefly, how this wall that heals has already affected me. In Vietnam, I was with a young man on the day he died. I was the last person to talk to him on the radio. His name was Martin Millick. He had asked me to take his place that day, and I had told him no. We rotated radio operators is how that worked. And the time before, I had almost lost my life. It was close, very close. So I was still kind of shaken from that experience. So we'd been up playing poker all night. He asked me if I'd taken his place, and I said, no, Barty, it's your turn. He put his head down and he said, I know. He got on the radio. I said, keep your head down, son. We were both 19 years old. I said, keep your head down, son. He got on the helicopter and they flew right into an ambush. He was killed by mortar fire. 3 other Marines were killed that same day. 57 years later, I was helpful in designing a specialty coin that we're going to be presenting to you gentlemen, as well as other folks that are our committee and Vietnam veterans. But I had the opportunity to get Martin's name centered. I took a screenshot of the panel that he's listed on at the memorial, and will be here because this is an exact replica, and had his name centered right over the VVMF logo. So I was fortunate enough to contact some of his family members and told them that these coins will be numbered 1 through 100. This is what we've ordered, and that I wanted the family to have the number 1 coin. They were skeptical of me, and understandably so. After 57 years, they didn't know if I was a scam. They asked me, well, what does it cost? I said, there's no cost. We just want to ensure that the family gets one. They cried on the phone. Then they called me back the same day and requested 7. Marty had 3 brothers and 4 sisters, and one of his brothers passed away, but I said, absolutely, we can do that. So after that phone call, I've been telling people jokingly, but it's just a Marine Corps thing, that we don't cry, we sweat through our eyes. I've been telling folks that I sweated profusely through my eyes after that second phone call, knowing how much this meant to this family. It's very important. They said they still have his picture on the in their houses. They talk about him all the time, and they were very appreciative of the fact. And I still believe that they're a little bit hesitant because of all the scams that are going around. But I intend to get them 7 of those coins as soon as they come in. We're anticipating that delivery the middle of next month. And I have their address, and I'll be mailing that to them. So I wanted to share that with you because this is a part of the wall that heals that is not talked about a lot. And since I have had this personal experience, my hope is for other Vietnam veterans and their families and all the folks that were affected by the Vietnam War will be offered the opportunity to have that type of a healing experience. And it was tears, but it was a good feeling. And my thought was, I've carried those feelings and those tears for 57 years. This wall that heals gave me and this family, just one instance, that opportunity to experience what this is all about. So that's all I can think of at the moment. If you have any questions, please.
So you guys need a crew to put the wall together?
Yes, sir. 30 to 40 able-bodied folks.
Right. So last time you talked, I was talking about doing the 9/11 memorial fields.
Sir?
During the 9/11 memorial fields that were held in Salem and also in Portland, Les Schwab managers met for a day, and we set that field up. And we also came back and dismantled that field. I can get you in the contact with the right people.
That'd be great.
I can't guarantee their commitment. I'd be glad to set up that
I
meeting.
understand, but we've definitely contacted them and asked them for that.
You already have?
No, sir, we have
Okay.
not.
All right, so we can meet afterwards.
They say able-bodied because us Vietnam veterans that are aging, we have bodies, but I don't know how able they are. Part of that requires driving stakes into the ground and getting up on the educational trailer. And another thing that comes to mind is the Vietnam Veterans Memorial Fund has a record they call Hometown Heroes, and it's a listing of the folks from Polk County that died in Vietnam, and they will be displayed on one of those 6-foot screens to their photo and their biography. That'll be on display for the whole time that's here, as well as people from Oregon who have signed into the In Memory program, which is a recognition of the Vietnam veterans who passed, not necessarily in Vietnam, but specifically from Agent Orange and other related illnesses attributable to the Vietnam War. So those will be, that's another thing I'd like to ask of you too, if you know of families that have Vietnam veterans that served on the ground in country and died as a result of related injuries from Vietnam, we would encourage you to contact us so that we could help them to get enrolled in that. So their loved one's photo and bio, if they choose, it's entirely up to the family. So they will be displayed on a separate 6-foot screen that comes with the mobile education center.
Tom Ritchie falls into that category. Thank you. And thank you for your willingness to connect us with the Les Schwab world. Well, we appreciate that.
Very much.
Is there anything else that we can do to be helpful for you folks? Again, thank you for your support from the very beginning. It made a real difference.
Don't leave yet. Just for the record, can you guys read off when it is open to the public and how people can get information?
Go ahead.
I don't have my glasses. On the 16th, as I said, it's coming in. On the 17th, we will start assembling it. I believe it will start at 8 o'clock in the morning. And I'd like to also add that LPK, the Mexican restaurant here in town, they have offered at no charge to cater to our setup crew. So that might be an incentive for Les Schwab. They'll get, I think it's 3 tacos, beans, rice. And I'd also like to add, and forgive me, I should write things down, but I don't. So things come in and they go out. But we have a wish list on Amazon that was created. And one of the items on that wish list was a refrigerator for our volunteers for the drinks. And speaking of that, Grocery Outlet donated a pallet of water. What used to be Kettle Corn is now Campbell Foods, I'm told. They donated 700 bags of chips. Our back bedroom has become a temporary Amazon staging area. We've received the pencils that they'll need for the etchings. We've received the small drinks. And it's just absolutely amazing, the support from some we know, some we don't know, that have responded. And our bedroom is filling up with things that we will be able to provide our volunteers with, and deservedly so. Brent has offered us the use of some radios for communication and has been absolutely, I don't use common everyday terms very often, but invaluable would come to mind for Brent and his folks at Polk County. They have just been so supportive and so helpful at every phase of this, and they're very much appreciated. And again, as John said, we really appreciate you funding basically that site fee. That was such a tremendous help. We would have struggled and probably made it. Probably would have come out of pocket, but to know that you folks were generous enough and kind enough and supportive enough to help us is, I can't say thank you enough, but I probably will keep trying. So we appreciate it.
So specifically for the record, the wall will be open to the public September 18, 19, 20, and 21. It'll be open 24 hours a day. And people do come at all sorts of different times. There will be an opportunity for rubbings. There will also, there's also the mobile education facility that's there. There will be tours. So, and we have the flyer in English and in Spanish.
And the QR code will link back to the City of Independence's webpage, which has specific information on probably a lot more thorough than what we've tried to present here. But this QR code will link back, and it's also on the banners that we have currently displayed. So
3 quick things. Location is Independence Sports Park. That's where it will be located. One other thing I just want to say, grateful to Eric and his crew. They don't turn this into any kind of carnival. There's no live music, there's no food carts, there's no booths. The only booths that are allowed are veteran service offices and any kind of crisis response for veterans or their family. So both Marion County and Polk County Veteran Service Office are going to have a presence there. For Polk County, Eric's committed to all 4 days. We're working on if Marion County can be there all 4 days. And also Eric is working on some connections that he has, so we can have some folks there that specifically work with veterans in a mental health capacity. So I wanted to say that. And the other part they mentioned, the route. That part's important, and we'll give you more information later, because when it comes through on the semi trucks, there's going to be an escort, not only police, but hopefully hundreds of motorcycles and other vehicles. And the committee was very intentional to honor Polk County and make sure that that route comes through Dallas, Monmouth, and Independence. With the construction on Ellendale, we'll have to do a little bit of tweaking and probably go 223, just a mile up further, and I think it'll still work. But when we know that date and time in other cities, it's pretty amazing. The community is out there almost like a parade, flags standing on the sidewalk, and just being present as that comes through. And our route should take us right past the courthouse and back around Monmouth Cutoff.
So I'm curious about the social media management. How is that being done?
Our public relations person is Emmanuel from the City of Independence, and they're pushing that out on web through the social media world. And so that's going out, and that is just beginning now, because you don't want to get too far ahead, because people kind of, it's going the right direction moving forward.
I probably have seen it on Facebook, but I don't.
I created a Facebook page, Independence, the Wall That Heals 2025. We've
I'll link
got
you all.
a lot of response for that. The city has their website, also created a page on our Post 33 American Legion page. The Emmanuel, as John mentioned, he has a media strategy. I was contacted last evening by a journalist from the Statesman's Journal. I'm hesitant to tell you things that might happen, but that's he wants to do an interview. So as we get closer, as John said, this will be brought more to the public's attention. Hopefully, there's also talk of Point 6 possibly coming to do an interview and a video, and Emmanuel is planning. And again, these are just plans, nothing definite yet. But in answer to your question, though, planning on doing some short videos of myself and other Vietnam veterans ahead of the event. So we're trying. The word's got out quite a bit with just our feeble efforts, but the response has been really tremendous. There's a lot of people that really want to see this happen, and as a Vietnam veteran, that's very, very touching and moving to me. I may sweat through my eyes again before this is all over, but I can assure you that the purpose of this is a worthy one and a good one. And again, your support, very much appreciated.
I carried a box in here, which was supposed to remind me, I think Matt helped out a little bit asking you guys if it would be okay to have a banner displayed out on the courthouse lawn. It has information, it has the QR code. It's a very tasteful banner. You can check it out and see. But it would be nice if we could have that out there. It would be the only one in Dallas, if we can get that up.
I have distributed these flyers to a few local businesses here. And again, Taters and Ugos. And I went as far as I could. I was on my trike that day, so the hip started bothering me. So I hit what I could hit. But everybody that I talked to was just really happy to hear this news. So we're looking forward to all of our communities joining in on this.
Administrator Hanson and myself walked the grounds, coming back from lunch, looking for a place to put that banner. I think we both agreed probably your ideal spot would be the northwest corner. If you met up on stakes around that sitting wall. So when you first see, as soon as you cross or enter that street, it'll stand up very strong.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Thank you for having us in. We do appreciate it.
Thank you all. And the investment from the county is a no-brainer. It's the work of the committee and all the volunteers. I did sign up to volunteer. I'm going to commit to recruiting 10 more. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. And if I don't meet that, we know where you are.
Thank you for your service. Yeah, thank you very much. Gotta say, y'all have a good day.
Thank you, Billy.
Thanks, sir.
We have non-listed items.
No, sir.
Okay, we're adjourned.
Right.
John.